Okay, let's go.
So what's new?
Not much.
No.
I like that you're full hidden behind your mic.
I really like.
Just stay there.
I wish that's how we were doing the whole show.
Yeah.
That's just our thing. That's our That's our niche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, TikTok's back. My daughter is like super excited about that.
That was a scary 12 hours.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I woke up and it wasn't there. My life continued on.
Yep.
I just kind of continued. Muscle memory, extremely weird. My thumb kept opening TikTok. Just like this weird muscle memory, and that thing would come up and just be like, nah, you can't have it. And then I took a nap yesterday and I woke up and it was back.
Yep. That's pretty much what happened. That's pretty much where we all were.
Yeah, I can't imagine. And I was really thinking about this, like people crying.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, I get the people that make money on the app.
Yeah, that's
like,
sad. That's scary.
I get that because, like, there are people that, like, they got a big enough following where they were like, oh, okay, well, I can quit my job and just do this.
Yeah. Like there's a movie critic that he's like, well, yeah, last year I decided to quit my job and do this full time.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am making money doing it, but now this is going away, and he's trying to tell people to go onto his other social media apps
like
and all that.
Yeah, because like Instagram doesn't pay like YouTube or like TikTok does. I guess. I don't know how the creator fund works, but I guess like Instagram didn't pay anything to creators. So like, is the same thing with like Vine when that was going away. Everybody was like, "Hey, go follow me on YouTube. That's I can still make money on YouTube."
It's just wild. Like that. There's this one. I don't know if you ever seen this girl screaming because her husband scares her, and she's like, Matt.
Yeah,
it's amazing, and I love it. Well, she was crying. She was like, "This has been going on since 2020." And it's like first your husband was doing it, if I'm correct. You know, your husband's the one that's, I don't know. I've never been, I'm not attached to, even Piper woke up, and then when TikTok was back, she's like, oh, imagine being one of those creators that bawled or airing out all your dirty laundry.
Yeah.
And,
I only saw, I don't know if you saw, everybody was like, hey, TikTok's going away. We're going to show Hole on Saturday. And people were going to just put their butthole on TikTok, which I get where everybody was like, I get the idea, right? Where they were like, we're showing Hole, fuck it. And then, but like, it wasn't going away for the whole world. It was only going away here.
So like, it's still, that's
your
so
hole
amazing.
Is gonna be there.
It's so good though. It came back, and then that wasn't my hole.
I didn't see many people's hole. I saw one hole.
Isn't that funny? It's a body part, but we don't want to see it.
Yeah. There was. I don't.
We're showing hole. Oh, that's my favorite thing that's ever happened. That's better than the guy going on there and going, dude, we need a platform to go to. We ain't doing red. No, let's bring all our videos and dancing to LinkedIn. Let's fuck these CEOs up, man.
That would have been so funny.
So nobody really. So was it? It reminds me of the show and hole nobody ever did. It was when Area 51 were like, we're gonna go storm and then all of a sudden one military guy came out with an AR and they're like, all right, we'll just dance outside the gate.
They didn't, because like it was so funny because one person was like, they can't stop all of us, and then like one dude in the military is like, yeah, we can. We 100% can.
Yeah, we can shoot every one of you.
Yeah, this is a military base. We can definitely take every last one of you out.
Yeah, it sure looks good for Trump, though. Makes you wonder because somebody said, "Oh man, did we just get played? Is
Oh,
that all a thing?"
for sure got played. Because what did he do? He's not even in office yet.
Yeah, but is it so Biden got rid of it, right? He
Biden didn't
signed
do anything. He didn't sign it.
he didn't sign it.
Yeah, he
So
just
how did
said
it go? How did it go away if it wasn't signed?
um it didn't get signed, and the owners of TikTok, or like the CEO, said, "Well, you didn't, even though you didn't sign it, you didn't like guarantee, like you didn't put anything in writing." Because what he said was, "We're not going to, um, we're not going to enforce any of the penalties." Um,
Yeah, but no way. How did it go away if there was no signing of like getting rid of it?
the TikTok voluntarily got rid of it
And
here
why would they do that? Because
because
so they were saying, hey, so TikTok made the decision of getting rid of January whatever 19th that they were going to go black.
Yeah, so we as a country, we were like, yeah, we're gonna ban it on the 19th. And then Biden was like, well, I'm not gonna do it. I'll just kick it down the road. Like, I'm not gonna enforce any of the fines or anything that would come um with keeping it on. And because there was like, if an internet provider was shown giving service to TikTok to keep it running, like they could get fined. And Biden was like, I'm not gonna worry about it. And then TikTok was like, well, we need more of a, like, in writing that you're not going to do anything. And they didn't put it in writing, so they were like, okay, well, we're out. And then 12 hours later, they're like, thanks, Trump. And it's like, okay, well, nobody did anything.
Oh, okay. So that's good though. That I like that. That's interesting. Boy, that made Trump look good, right?
It did. It really did. Even though he's the one who like started the whole let's ban TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, doesn't he TikTok himself?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I haven't seen him on there.
It kind of reminds me of what you were talking about, like if any servers or who internet providers keeping it on because they make more money with TikTok on, they'd rather just pay the fines. That just went through my head. And I was thinking, like, this has nothing to do with anything, but it's an interesting story really quick. Jordan, he was getting, when he made his Nike Air Jordan shoes.
Yeah.
He loved the black and red, and they wouldn't allow it. They said it has to be 51% white. The shoe, the NBA rules. Yeah. It was a uniform. And every time you wore your shoes, we're going to charge you $5,000 per game. And he said, okay, because he made a ridiculous sum off the shoe.
Yeah,
that
he
it
made way more than that. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Isn't that funny? 51% white. Come on. What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing here, man?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. That was back in the day, though, man. And Jordan's like, screw that. I like all the other, man, if you ever get a chance to watch that Jordan
Air Jordan or Air.
Air. Yeah, I think that's it. Where it goes around, or even the doc on, if you ever watch the Jordan doc on Netflix, you don't have to be an extreme Jordan fan to really enjoy that documentary. It's fucking insane. And he didn't want anything to do with Nike because Nike wasn't a big shoe company at that time. He wanted Adidas. Everybody was Converse. Everybody wore Converse. Yep. Bird, Magic Johnson. He wanted to go to Adidas. Nike wanted him, and his mom, he didn't want to go. And his mom said, "You're gonna go." They offered you, and he went, and then signed with Nike. And I think Adidas turned him down. Oops.
Yeah,
fucking
I don't.
Oops.
Yeah,
dude. Because
sorry,
oops. I went to. We just recently went to the mall again a few days ago because Dewey needed shoes, which is fucking terrible to take him because the little dude reminds me of me when I would like shoes. He's at the age too where he's like, no, okay, no. And he's kind of being stubborn because he doesn't want to be there looking at shoes. But I'm like, I'm willing to buy you shoes.
Yeah.
Like,
and
fucking Air Jordans. I'm like, hey, look at these fucking Jordans. You would have said that to me when I was a kid. Oh my God, I would have lost it. I got Franklin pumps from Meyer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and like and as a kid, you don't understand that if you just do what you're supposed to do, you'll get out of there quicker instead of being that stubborn.
Yeah. And he just would look and be like, no, mid. And I'm like, Dewey, you got it. You got to help me out here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my point was I went there and I haven't been shoe shopping in a very long time. Usually Angie takes care of kind of all the clothes and all of that. I could not believe, I forget what it's called this place that we went into, whatever. They had a lot of shoes. How many Air Jordans, not even basketball, but just the Jordans.
Just the regular shoe, yeah.
Just to wear around. And I couldn't believe because Jordan has been out of basketball for so long, but he is still so
almost
iconic.
30 years now.
Yeah. He's so that shoe and his name is so fucking iconic. And I'll tell you, boy, did they have some. It made me go, oh, dude, shoes are dope. I want a pair of shoes, but I mean, I would look ridiculous in them. But I couldn't believe how many. Just Jordans they had. Like shoes are new to me. Honestly,
yeah,
this is all a new thing because I'm a boot guy. I wear boots.
Yeah.
And I fucking couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. Which, by the way, there's a dude at the post office. He comes in every once in a while. Wears toe shoes.
Yeah, toe shoe people, they come into post offices. Because there's no reason for a...
That's what I said. And he's a clerk. And I talked to him, and he's a little odd. I won't be honest.
Well, yeah, he wears toe shoes.
But I asked him.
Yeah, that's going to be odd.
I go, what are you gripping with those things? And he's like, you never know what you got to grip. Maybe you got to grip a box. He was very, very quick. Amazing. And he was serious.
Because he's definitely heard that before. People have definitely talked to him about his shoes before.
Yeah. And then he there's a bar hanging above, flipped up there, grabbed with his feet, hanging like an animal.
Yeah, because you just don't know. Yeah, that guy knows what's up. He's ready. He was ready for. I bet you that dude was a fucking 2012 prepper too.
Mm-mm.
He was a doomsday prepper, and he just he couldn't let go of that part. He got rid of his bunker, but he couldn't let go of that part.
I really got into that doomsday prepping, and I know why I did at that time, because this was during KTI 2015-16. I really got into. I got books, and I was trying to learn, and it was very interesting to learn. I love learning things that I don't know, but I know why I was doing that. Because I felt like the show there, I had no control. Like it was being completely controlled and what do you call it? Micromanaged by other people. And I think that I was trying to control something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to control, I can control doomsday. If anything happens, I'm controlling the outcome. And I really think that's what because I still got fucking, oh, maybe I don't. I had some barrels. Like I bought water, like those big old jugs, dude. And I was going to keep putting water
for rain.
In them.
Yeah.
Well, no, just drinking water. And like, because you could put tablets in it to make it sterile or whatever. But every year or every 6 months, you got to change it. And I never got that far where I put water in it because, dude, could you imagine if I was still doing that? Oh,
that would be fun.
Because I would just have barrels of water here. I can't roll them outside. I have no door out this basement. So it's like, so I would have to figure out a way to suck the water up one of these windows. It'd have been terrible. And my wife just lets me do shit.
Yeah, you could have got it out through it would have been easy. You could have done it through the sump pump.
Oh yeah, I guess I could. It would have taken a while, right?
Yeah. I mean, your sump pump would have ran for a while, but it would have been okay.
Don't even know that things works. But yeah, which I should check. But my wife just lets me do shit.
Yeah.
Like that should have just been a thing. Like I think about, I look at, it's like water's in my eyes right now because I get so mad thinking about, I had that Taylor guitar. I had a fucking Taylor guitar. Loved this guitar. and I moved to Green Bay, and this is when Piper was going through her back surgery and all of that. So I was just out of it, and the show was new, and I wasn't playing the guitar as much. And I traded it for that boat.
Yep, I remember that.
And I fucking traded that piece of shit boat. I traded $1,000. I don't even know. You should get me that back. Not the boat that get. Yeah, I want that. Fucking want that guitar back. If anybody wants to find me, you know what that would be nice. Have you ever seen those videos? This isn't talking directly to you. It could be you, but I'm talking to the people on the sideline. I was gonna say Kelly Davies sideline, but Kelly.
No. Now it's the Luxx Beauty and Wellness, which Luxx changed their name, by the way. The commercial's still going to say Health and Wellness, but it's Beauty and Wellness. Yeah,
Luxx Beauty and Wellness. We'll talk about Luxx here in just a minute in the fire station because we got to keep those guys happy.
Yeah,
they're our last two.
Yep.
And yeah. Anyway, no, this would be a really good thing, and I'm talking to the people on the sideline here, like Dave. I see you're typing away. Nick Foley. Ben Cherney. You know those videos where the son tracks down the old car that dad had?
Yeah.
And it's an emotional video and we could do that. Track down that guitar. Track down the guitar. And then you give it to me and we'll make a video.
Well, do you have who you sold it to?
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. So people need to do some research.
Start.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think people need to
figure it out.
This is going to be tough for you guys, but hey, you want to be part of the show? You want this to happen?
Yeah,
make it happen.
Yeah, that was funny when you were like, "I got a boat that doesn't work, and I'm gonna fix it up." And I remember I had just met you, and I was like, have you done this before? Like, have you fixed boats?"
No,
and you're like, "Never, not once." I was like, "Oh, okay."
You know, my favorite thing was I was like, hey, we're moving, and I need to get rid of this boat. And I'm like, listen, if I don't sell this, I got to get rid of it. You're like, yeah, I know a woods.
I know woods. We can just park it.
That's what you say. You go, we can dump it off in the woods.
Yeah.
That's where I was at, dude, because I didn't know where to take that. I guess I could have taken it to the pound, probably, huh? They would have charged.
Yeah, I mean, you could have taken it to the dump. It would have been super expensive to take care of, but yeah, I knew a place. We could have just got rid of it. It would have been fine.
Yeah, man. Thinking about you guys this week. Be safe, being outside in the cold. Thanks, Jess. Jess, my wife brought your name up yesterday. Oh, there was a girl that they were like, that looks like
thinking about
Jess.
a third.
Like, yeah, thinking about a third. And we're like, Jess, mate.
Just might be into it.
No, there was a girl that looked like her. Anyway, point being is
she was passed out in the gutter. Thought it was you.
Jess,
are you? No, it's not Jess.
This would suck because Angie's like, do you think they would shut down tomorrow, the post office? Because tomorrow's supposed to be you're not supposed to be outside for more than 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It would suck so hard because we had Sunday off. We had Monday, today, off.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Day, plus having Tuesday off.
It would be hard to go back to work on Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday would be tough.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It would be, and then I would call in because I can. Could you imagine? Oh, Lord. But yeah. I'll tell you, it's so tomorrow, let me tell you how this is going to work tomorrow for me. I know everybody's on pins and needles here. Jess is.
Yeah.
Anyway, you do these loops. So you're going to have to go warm up your car, sit there for like 15 minutes to warm up this LLV or whatever you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. Get out, do your loop that takes anywhere from, 10 to 20 minutes, one loop, 5 to 20 minutes, depending on where you are. You're going to have to get back in your car and sit for another 10.
Yeah.
Every single loop, you're going to have to do that to thaw out.
Yeah, it's going to be cold. It's going to be real cold. It's going to suck.
But adding on those minutes that you're sitting in your car, just add on to your day. And on top of that,
yeah, you get paid hourly, so that's nice.
I got 2 people that are only on 8 hours, meaning through their contract, they only work 8. So you know what that means for a PTF, who I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take an hour of each one of theirs probably.
Probably.
Yes.
Are you excited about that?
No.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough today. Luckily, all I have to do today is the delivery. I highly doubt anybody's coming in to just go through a bunch of test drives. I'll be fucking real upset if they do. Like, yeah, of course I want to sell cars and make money, but also I'm not going outside to get you. If you drive through the parking lot today, you're gonna be uninterrupted because ain't nobody coming outside to try to get you out of the car.
Oh, that's a good tip. If you get
We don't want
anxiety for
to.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to buy a car today, awesome. Come straight to the front door. If you want to buy a car. If you're just looky-looing, you're going to be fine. It's going to be like Sunday, dude. Nobody's coming out to say hi.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly. All those cold starts on new engines. Oh, yeah, you got all that.
Yeah,
that'll plugged in right now.
Yeah, that'll be your car or the plugged into is it in the garage?
Oh, not mine. The LLPs, the work ones.
Oh, the work ones. I thought you were talking about yours. Like your personal vehicles.
Nah. My Jeep Wrangler used to have one of those. I used to tell, I never used it, but I always told people about it because I just thought it was fun.
I know my Ram had one, and I remember I forgot that it had it, and it got cold like this. And
were you outside, like no garage?
Yeah, and it was no garage, and I was like,
you had a Ram?
Yeah, my orange truck was a Ram.
Truck. Yeah, that's right.
I had that for years. And that had that, and then I remember it started, and then it
you were
started.
sad.
It started tough, and I was like, man, if only I had one of those plug-in things. And then like 6 months later, I remember I was doing the oil in my truck, and I found the plug, and I was like, oh god damn it! And it never really got cold. It never got cold again like that, and I never got to use it.
Well, you got to look at it this way. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to have this one, it's the most depressing day of the year is today, the third Monday in January, and I can give you examples why. Bad weather, short days. Okay, I mean it's pretty frigid. Enough time has passed since Christmas that you lost the good feelings, and now it's just like you got debt.
Now we're just in it.
Yeah, you're just in it now. New Year's resolutions have failed. Oh, man. Fuck you, Costco. You can't sit there and sell all that equipment for people to do this New Year's resolution. I didn't buy any, but I did buy equipment. And then, but they also have the fucking the ooey gooeys. They're called ooey gooey cinnamon rolls, dude.
Yeah,
and it's hard, right? Like I bought it yesterday.
It's tough when you go into Costco and you see all those people that are like looking at the Bowflex and the Total Gym and all those things, and then it's like, dude, this is still the front of the store. Like you haven't even gotten to the cinnamon rolls yet. And you're gonna get to the cinnamon rolls. You're gonna get there.
And the damn cinnamon rolls are you can't just buy a 2-pack for your Sunday cheat. You got to buy the big one. So now I bought it yesterday. This is the second week in the row we bought these ooey gooeys, and now you got this for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Easy, you know what I mean? Because you got so many of them. And when you come home, you see, Angie has a big deal with this. Angie has a problem with this, and I can understand why. Because she's like, because I walk a lot during my job.
Yeah,
so
you can burn those calories. You can justify that shit.
A little bit. I can still gain some weight, but it's a little bit more dangerous for her because she's not walking as much. So it is a kind of nice little thing. But yeah. I got to get back into the old X3. It's my biggest problem with working out right now is I'm not doing it in the morning. I'm doing it after I get home because I got a few hours. But it is so difficult to just do it. It is so easy to go, well, I don't wanna. And I'm home.
Especially at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, I walked 12 miles today. I don't need to fucking go and do anything in the basement. So
and it's kind of nice.
It's so easy.
It's kind of nice to be at this stage of my life where I'm 44 years old. My looks are fading. my job is not so egotistical now. It's not egotistical at all. I got one pair of jeans that I wear. I really feel like I'm owning and getting into my dad era. So it's kind of nice to think like, yeah, I mean, do I have for who am I going to see? I don't see, and my wife loves me, so it's like I'm married, so it's like I want to be in
health. You just got to stay healthy enough to be alive.
Yeah, that's right.
As long as you're healthy enough to get a boner, then you're good. That's all you have to do.
Oh, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Okay, because this boner made me realize I wanted to ask you this. Okay.
Okay.
So is this wrong? This isn't wrong, but I was looking at, my wife and I were just getting up yesterday, and I was looking at nudes of her on my phone.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, we got to bang. And I know that's a good compliment, right? Because it's like, okay, that's great. And then I'm like, hey, let's say I kept these nudes and you were 75. And I go back to these and I'm like, okay, I can finally get a boner and we can bang now. But I couldn't do that looking at your 75-year-old body because you're older. Is that offensive?
Yeah, probably. Most likely.
But she's like, yeah, but I'd rather have you do that than look at just other chicks. And I'm like, okay, but is it offensive? Because your body won't look like this.
Yeah.
30 years down the road. Yeah, sideline. Ladies, I know it's getting a little dirty here, but sideline. If your man was looking at your naked body from when you were in your 30s and you're 70 now or 65 and you don't have that same tight, taut body, would that make you, it's not upsetting, but it is, right? A little bit.
Yeah. Cause it is, I guess we'll have to get there to figure that out, how that'll feel. Cause I think the older you get, the less of your ego you're going to have. So maybe if it's like, listen, you got to do what you got to do.
It's so funny, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. And be like, yeah, it's weird.
Wouldn't it suck if you were putting on a little bit of weight though, and then you found your wife looking at pictures of you when you were like skinnier, and then she's like, we should bang. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, like it's like it's only been like 6 months.
Yeah. But like there was one picture where like you just had the flu, so you lost a lot of weight, and then you like had your shirt off at the beach, and then she's like, we got to do this now.
I almost think, honestly, women would, this is just my thought, would rather have a guy pudgy than like super skinny. You know what I mean? With nothing.
True, yeah. Yeah.
I like to think that.
I think that's true. I think that more and more women think that a ripped body guy is more of a red flag than a dude that's a little pudgy.
Hey, if you want more of this, we got you covered. Follow the link below for our Patreon. Also check out our Instagram and our Facebooks. We would love to have you part of the community.